Are you tired of being cold? Are you tired of not being the coolest guy in the room? Well, guess what? Ask your doctor about Meray.
Introducing Meray, the highest quality hoodies, jackets, and shirts available at bigbearweatherandmore.com.
I used to be a horrible cook. Then a friend of mine told me about Meray, and now I'm like Gordon Ramsay.
I used to be so unorganized, but thanks to Meray, I never lose track of my things.
Side effects of Meray include confidence, looking hot, feeling great, and being stylish.
Thanks, Meray.
Thanks, Meray.
Thanks, Meray.
Meray. Feel better this winter season.
It is definitely beautiful out here. It is beautiful out here. It is getting a little bit stormy. Hopefully we get a little more than they expect. Yeah, we do got the drizzle coming down right now. Again, Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. There's a hair on the lens. There we go. Yep. Those of you who are up here, hope you're having a wonderful time. Hope you're enjoying, you know, winter-ish weather. Again, I know it's not much right now, but it's bound to come. It's bound to come. January has been the snowiest month in the 10 years that I've lived here, so we'll see. But yeah, if you guys do come up here, don't forget to get your ski and snowboard rentals at Getboards on Big Bear Boulevard. They got a couple shops right down the street from the Big Bear Village on Big Bear Boulevard. I have the addresses and phone numbers in the description of the video. Check them out. I'm telling you guys, that place has such a killer reputation up here. They do so much for being extremely helpful, and they know their stuff. It's really important. It's really important, especially when you're fairly new skiing. You want them to do everything right for you, or else you're gonna have a bad time. Here's a little sledding area. This is Big Bear Snow Play. So this is someplace you guys can come up right now, those of you who don't want to ski or who don't want to ski with as little snow as we have, and you can do a little bit of sledding. It's right here next to Motel 6, basically on the border of Big Bear Lake and Big Bear City. So we're gonna go a little bit further to this side of town and then turn around and drive more into this weather. So yeah, we are in Big Bear City. And again, it's just so weird to be Christmas Eve and not see any snow anywhere other than all the man-made snow on the ski resorts. Again, it is fun, I've heard, so if you show up early, those are going to be the best conditions as the afternoon comes around, because of everybody, so many people riding down like one run. It's going to get a little bit rough. Then, as I told you, there's a couple people up here who own businesses who are amazing people, and they deserve all the love in the world. Coming up here is Big Bear Smoke and Vape. I always talk about them. There's their beautiful van, and the whole downstairs, for the most part right there, that's all Big Bear Smoke and Vape. And if you go in there and tell the owner, Sahil, that you heard about them from my channel, I'm certain he will take care of you. He's a great, great guy. Again, it's important. I remind you guys, I don't get paid for this. I don't get any money for it. These are wonderful human beings, and they deserve all the love and support that I can muster up, at least. When people do you right in life, any chance you have to help them out is a huge bonus, and it feels good. All right, cool. So right now we are heading to the side of town that sees the least amount of precipitation from the storm. So as I said, once we get down to the end, I'm going to turn around and we're going to head into the weather. So the second half of this video is going to be a lot wetter, I hope. I mean, I'm looking in the rearview mirror and it looks pretty nasty back there, doesn't it? Ugh. Ugh. Once we get to the next stoplight, we're going to turn around. The next stoplight is Maple. That's how you would head up to Sugarloaf. Sugarloaf's a cute little town up here. Some parts of Sugarloaf get an awful lot of snow. The higher in elevation you go in Sugarloaf, the more snow you will get, just like anywhere around here. And of course, if we don't see any snowflakes right now and we get snowflakes in a couple hours, you know I'm going to be back out here showing you guys. Because once again, I am extraordinarily obsessive compulsive about this thing. All right, well, let's head back into the storm, folks. I was hoping maybe there might be some weather out here, but it's looking like it usually does with storms. It's blue skies out here and dun, 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 behind us. All right, I'm gonna turn around. See, as we were gonna turn around, I decided to turn on Highway 38. Because I noticed the clouds up here against the mountain are looking pretty nasty, and we're getting a little more weather over here. So I always love showing this off over here because it's such a beautiful area. Oh man. Guys, especially if there's snow everywhere. Seems like I say that about everything. It kind of reminds me of those scenes in Half-Baked where Jon Stewart, it's like, have you ever seen the back of a $20 bill? Have you ever seen it on beep? You know, it's like me. It's like, have you seen this area? But have you seen it on snow? Whoa. It'll blow your mind. There's a chance it could be snowing up at Onyx Summit right now. Or maybe not, now that I'm seeing some blue skies on the top left of our screen here. But yeah, this is the route, you guys, that I send my mom up and down when she's coming to visit, because yes, it is a bit longer, but as far as I'm concerned, it's safer. There's less turns to make. A consistent speed limit of about 55 through most of it, and not as many huge thousands of feet falls if you make any mistakes. There are some dangerous areas, don't get me wrong, but stay there. Now we're gonna turn around and head back into it. All right, guys, we're entering Irwin Lake right now, and we're exiting Irwin right now. Okay, so as we turned around right there and came out of Irwin back on Highway 38, I mean, look at how quick the sky gets inundated with clouds up here. It's so cool. It is so cool. So we're gonna be rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep the weather rolling. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna be driving into that direction over there. Again, this is the Big Bear City side of the valley. Typically, this part of town does not see nearly as much snow. And it's crazy because it's only about seven miles as the crow flies from here to the other side of town. Maybe 8 miles, maybe. guys come up here and you need gas, make sure you go to Moonridge Fuel. They're a locally owned gas station. Same price as the cheapest gas up here. I suggest you help out the small businesses up here if you can. Try to avoid these huge corporations. It's a great gas station. It's right on the corner of Moonridge Road and Big Bear Boulevard. Again, it's called Moonridge Fuel. And here's beautiful Maple. Head up that way to go to Sugarloaf. The high school has a brand new football field with huge bleachers and insane lights. It looks like Friday Night Lights. It's just amazing. Like, amazing. It's amazing they have all that money for the football field, but not the potholes. I mean, that had to be so expensive. But you know what? These kids up here, there's a lot of really, really great athletes up here, and they need, they really need best equipment, best venues as possible, because they are tough up here. Growing up in Newport Beach, a lot of our sports teams would come out here to the Inland Empire and the mountains to play all the kids out here, and these kids are no joke. Seriously, these kids are brutal. They will put a hit on you like no tomorrow. Well, sweet. Temperature's 44 degrees. We are driving into this beautiful little storm. Thank you, Mother Nature, for giving us something. And the temperature is supposed to start plummeting in about 30 minutes to an hour. As the cold front moves through, our temperatures should drop a good 15 degrees within an hour. And hopefully we'll still have some more precipitation in the area to bring in the snow. The snow. So we're going to be driving all the way to the village, going through the village, and that's probably where we're going to end this bad boy. And once again, we're coming by the Big Bear Smoke and Vape place. I'm telling you guys, he is just the sweetest guy. He's got a lovely family. Just a wonderful guy. He deserves all the love in the world. We are getting steady precipitation. I am going to keep the camera on, but if we hit any good traffic, I'll shut it down, so I'm not just annoying you with my voice, but I won't annoy you with the traffic. Look at our gas prices up here. $4.79, $4.99, $5.19. Look, as I said, if you're coming up here and you need gas, please go to Moonridge Fuel. This is a small town, so even if you're 5 miles away, just go there. Hook these guys up. And then I always suggest to you guys, though, especially if you're coming up for a storm, fill up your gas tank at the very bottom of the mountain, or maybe 3 or 4 miles away from the mountain, because your gas prices right at the bottom are going to be super high also. So maybe stop in, I don't know, just somewhere in the middle of Redlands or somewhere in the middle of San Bernardino. Get your gas there and then drive up. But I always suggest you have a full tank when you come up here, because you never know what's going to happen. And with these storms, even though it says we're not supposed to get hardly any snowflakes, still have your tire chains with you just in case. I promise you, you want to be safe rather than sorry. And these buses right here, for those of you who don't know, This is our public transportation up here, and you can ride for free. You don't have to show ID or anything. You can ride for free. So make sure if you do come up here and you really want to do the whole local thing, park your car wherever you're staying. There's bus stops all over the place, and I think they run every 15 to 30 minutes, something like that. Definitely a great way to save a bit of money. There's Big Bear Snow Play again. Gosh, it's so cool to see snow like that. This place will get so packed, you guys, so it becomes really tough to get a lot of runs in. I mean, it's just people piled on top of each other there. I don't know if they have like a certain limit when they'll stop selling tickets like the ski resorts do. The ski resorts never used to, you guys. I remember as a kid coming up here from the beach, going skiing over major holidays, and I mean, you might get like 4 runs in the whole like 6 or 7 hours that you spend there. It was horrible. Oh, this is so beautiful. I always like to point out this neighborhood, I know you can't really see it, but across the lake, or across this reserve right here, that's my favorite neighborhood up here. It's called Bear Loop, I believe. And it's just wonderful. For many years of me living here, there was no water in here at all. It was completely dry. So that place had a dry prairie view and the ski resort views in the background up here. But right now, they've been lakefront property for a couple years now. Man, it really is wonderful. Oh, come on, snow. Please, come on. It's still 44 degrees. As I said, once this cold front moves through, temps are going to drop big time, and that's when we could see our snowflakes. I think the snow level right now is at about 8,000 feet, maybe a little bit higher, but we'll see. And we're in traffic, so we're going to shut this off. Shut me off too. So turn the camera back on, because coming up around this corner right after we pass Stanfield Cutoff, once we make this little left leaning turn, you get a really beautiful view of our ski resorts. Of course, it's a little bit disappointing when you see there's like 1 strip of snow, 1.5 strips of snow. But you know what? That looks beautiful, doesn't it? And we are not going to deal with this traffic. We're going to cut across here and make a right. I put on my blinker, don't worry. Make a right turn. And we're going to take some of these back streets to avoid any traffic. It still warms my heart and gives me butterflies seeing that right there. That is just so cool. And then where you can't see it over there, that's Bear Mountain. It's inundated with clouds right now. Here's one of the satellite parking lots for the ski resorts. Such a bummer to see it so dead. This time of year, there's usually snow and this place is packed, generating enough income so we can last through the whole summer. Of course, our ski resorts do produce and generate a lot of money in the summertime as well for all the mountain biking and stuff like that, and the lake does as well, but it's this time of year that usually will set us up for the whole year. Actually, right now, you guys, I am headed over to a friend's place. He's got MS, really, really bad. He's an older man, and he needs my help sometimes. So he just texted me a few minutes ago. That's why we're going to kind of take the shortcut. But it's beautiful. It's a really nice nice neighborhoods that we'll be cruising through. Oh, it's actually, this is light rain right now. I didn't think we were gonna get more than a drizzle. So this is great. We're getting some light rain. Palisade? A Hyundai Palisade. It's a nice looking ride. So where we're gonna come out up here onto Big Bear Boulevard is the same street that Taco Bell is on. So we're gonna take this all the way as far as we can. This is Park Avenue. And we're gonna take this right along this big, beautiful park. It's called Meadow Park. They've got everything from basketball courts, barbecues, picnic tables everywhere. Here's the tennis courts. They've got basketball courts, swing sets, as I said, barbecues. Really nice baseball fields fenced in, so you can just go deep and feel good about knocking it over the fence. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could definitely nail that house right there from home plate for sure. And then right here towards the very end, you can turn into this parking lot and then keep on going down to the left, and you'll come up to a little pier. You can park and walk out onto the pier right onto the lake. We've done that on some live feeds during some pretty heavy snowfall. And so once we get some heavy snowfall, I will do that again. I will do it again. So right now we're on a street called Knight Avenue. As you saw, that was as far as we could drive from Park Avenue. We're on Knight Avenue and we're gonna hit Big Bear Boulevard in a couple hundred yards. And depending on the traffic scenario, we might just drive past the village and keep going a little bit. Like it's gonna be so bad coming into the village here. Well, look at those clouds straight ahead. Nasty, bro. Absolutely nasty. Just the way I like it. So we just passed one of the Getboards shops on the left, and here's the other one right here on the corner of Knickerbocker. And then we're gonna be turning left here on Pine Knot to go through the village, take a nice little stroll through the village. So you can see how close those two shops are to the village. Very easy to find. As I said, the description of, well, they are in the description of the videos. So just go down in the description and scroll through a little bit and find Getboards. And yeah. The owner's name is Tony. Again, if you run into him when you're there, tell him I sent you and see what he would do for you. I don't know if they're still offering the same thing for this season, that if you mention my name or this channel, they'll wax your skis and snowboards for free, which is usually between a $25 and $40 deal. I'm telling you what, you guys, those of you who don't ski that much, I'm telling you, it's so much better when you have freshly waxed skis. It's a night and day difference, it really is. Well, here's the beautiful village. There's my post office right there. Some cute little Christmas decorations right here in front of the visitor center. Yeah, it's great, guys. It's absolutely great. Alright, we don't need this thing to go as fast as it's going right now. This might take a minute because I think those people pushed the button. I think they pushed the darn button. Alright, here we go. Driving through the village in a Subaru Crosstrek. Rolling on my snow tires. I just say, what the heck? This is where I'm taking my mom and my wife to dinner the night after Christmas. The Peppercorn Grill. It's our nicest fine dining establishment. Wonderful steaks. But since my wife and I are very particular, we'll drive down to Palm Desert maybe every 2 or 3 months to go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Just for dinner and turn around and come right back. It's just over 100 miles there and obviously 100 miles back just to do dinner. But if I gotta stay up here and eat a steak, I'm going to Peppercorn. No question about it. I love that place. Oh, look at how beautiful this village is, my gosh. I would shut the camera off because we're stuck in this traffic, but the stop sign's just right here. And guys, find a place to park here, do some shopping or window shopping, go have lunch, go have dinner. There's quite a few different options here in the village. And of course, you guys, this is a very touristy location. So, I mean, it's not going to be like you're at a swap meet prices. But again, it does help our town. And there's a lot of handmade, local Big Bear craftsmanship in this village as well. I love this Western style look, right? That's just so cool. Looks like we're outside of that movie Tombstone right now. There's our beautiful Christmas tree. That's the one that they do the big tree lighting right there. These kids remind me of me when I was that age. Skate or die, dude. All right, let's hang a Roscoe here. Oh, sweet. That was easy. We just passed probably my favorite restaurant up here. I can't believe I didn't point it out. The Himalayan Indian food. It's wonderful. I love it so much. I mean, there's so much over here, you guys. Cute little shops left and right. I'm not a drinker. I haven't had a drink in almost 12 years, but sure used to be. And you guys, when you're shopping through here and you want to take a load off, sit down at a bar, have a quick drink, there's a few of those up here too. In the village, they're typically pretty darn friendly, as they should be, because you guys are the ones who support our economy up here. And this is another one of my favorite restaurants coming up here on the left called Oakside. And it's the same owners as Peppercorn. Right there. It's a great place, great place. And then I always got to point out my favorite hotel to you guys. Here it is. It's the Club at Big Bear Village. I book mine on Expedia, and if they don't have anything on Expedia, then just call them. It's the nicest spot up here for a big resort. They've got pools, jacuzzis, gyms, everything you could possibly want. They've got it. Temperature's 42. Okay, it's starting to come down. And we're gonna be going straight through here. As I said, we gotta go help my buddy Michael. Right here on the corner of Big Bear Boulevard and Village Drive, you have Tesla charging station. There's probably, I don't know, like 6 or 7 charging stations here. Or chargers for you guys who are lucky enough to own a Tesla. You're not lucky enough, you earned it, you worked hard for it. But someday I'll be able to have a Tesla. Someday I'll wish upon a star. Alright, so now we're back on Highway 18, aka Big Bear Boulevard when you're in Big Bear, as if we're heading out of town. There's one more sledding area, but this one has a roller coaster as well, and just a lot of fun. So it's coming up here on the left. It's called the Alpine Slide at Magic Mountain. Here's some of the sledding right there. Couldn't really see it too much, but here's the roller coaster. And it goes all the way to the top of the hill. Seriously, guys, come up here, have a great time. If you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to let me know. And don't forget, if you enjoy what I'm doing and you see the effort I put into this, please hit the like and subscribe button. Go to bigbearweatherandmore.com to order some merchandise to help support the channel. There's other ways you can support the channel. If you scroll down to the description of the video, it will tell you. Thanks again for everything, you guys. I appreciate it. We're pulling into my favorite small store right here, Lakeview Market. I suggest you guys, if you don't need to shop at Vaughn's or Stater Brothers, you go ahead and do your shopping here. It's a pretty big mom and pop store. Man, I love it. All right, Merry Christmas. See you in a few hours if it snows.